Hey guys, Brad from Two Aussie Thrifters here, coming at you today with an Australia Post update. So I'm hoping that this video can give you a bit of an idea of things that may work for your business with these new Australia Post changes. Alright, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I will say is, as of today, the 1st of October, the eBay pricing system is still the same. So you can still send a 500 gram satchel for $7.55 and you can still send a 3 kilo satchel for $12.85. I'm not sure if that's going to change over the next few weeks or months, but if eBay uses Australia Post network, I'm assuming they will eventually change to match what the Australia Post setup is. So I think the biggest change that we've noticed is with the satchels. So the satchels come in very similar sizes to what they did before, but they've changed their weight ratings. So there are some advantages to this and some disadvantages. So this size here, which is the small, is now rated up to 5 kilos. So you can shove whatever you can get in this little satchel up to 5 kilos and send it anywhere in Australia for $8.95. So if you can shove a pair of jeans in there, you may be able to save yourselves a few dollars. The next size up is very similar to what the 1 kilo was. This is what they call a medium satchel and goes for $12.20 anywhere in Australia. So you could definitely get a pair of jeans in there and probably save yourself 65 cents. Whereas if you were to use a 3 kilo on eBay, it's going to cost you $12.85. So that is a good option. The next option up is probably the same size as a 3 kilo currently. This is classified as a large and costs $15.35 to send anywhere in Australia. So this is probably not an option we're going to use very often, because currently we still have the availability to send something in this size for $12.85 using the eBay postage. So maybe things will change in the future and maybe that's something we can use, but currently there's not a lot of point unless we have something that's weighing 5 kilos, that's quite big, and we can fit in here rather than using the extra large satchel. The last option in the satchel is about the same size as what the 5 kilo was before, and this is now going to cost you $18.50. So a little bit of a change there. I don't think that's going to greatly affect anybody. I think previously it was about $17.45, but noting now that you can send a lot of stuff in the other size satchels that weigh the same amount, unless you've got something quite big, I don't think the extra large is going to be much use to many of us. So that's the satchels. Now let's head into the parcel boxes. So there are 4 sizes in the parcel boxes, just like there are with the satchels. There is different rates per satchel, and what I've done is I've given you the price plus the cost of the box, because you need to buy the box to be able to send it. So this is what they call the small, which is very similar to a BX1 size. If anything, it's slightly smaller by the feel of it. And this will cost you $10.95 to send anywhere in Australia. Now, there are some discounts for regional, but this is what it's going to cost us. So do your own research when you are looking into these options as well, because they might vary from place to place. The next size that we have is what they call a medium, which is slightly bigger. Now this will cost you $14.60 including the box to send anywhere in Australia. All of these are rated up to 5 kilos, so if you've got something that weighs 5 kilos and you can slam it in that box, then go for it, because you're going to save some money. The third option is the large post parcel box, which is a bigger size again. This will cost you $18.35 to ship anywhere in Australia. You could fit most things in here. I think this is very similar to what a BX4 was. So that'll cost you $18.35. And the last size box that we have is what they call the extra large. Now, this will cost you $22, including the box, to ship anywhere in Australia. So if you've got something like maybe a DVD player or a VHS player, it should fit within this size box, and it's going to cost you $22. So that's all the off-the-shelf options with Australia Post. Anything over 5 kilos is where it starts getting complicated. So if you're going to ship something in your own size box, say it's this size here, but not Australia Post branded and over 5 kilos, it's going to cost you $18.50, and then there's going to be an additional charge per kilo depending on where you are sending from and when you are sending to. So a good example of this is if I was going to send a box that size from Adelaide to the middle of Queensland, it's going to cost me $18.50 and $5.15 per kilo to get it to that location. So if I was going to send something that was weighing 7 kilos, it would cost me $18.50 plus 2 times $5.15. So it would cost me $28.80 to get that parcel from Adelaide to Queensland. Now there are all different rates all over Australia. So what I'll do is I'll drop a little chart in at the end that you guys can have a look at, and I'll also drop a link in the description. And what you need to do is you need to work out what your zoning is and where you live and what the zone is that you're going to send it to, and multiply the additional rate by the amount of kilos. So if it was 10 kilos, you would have to times it by 5, and so on and so forth. So the risk here is that if you've got something that's weighing 22 kilos and it's going from you to a really far away zone, you're gonna have to pay 17 times that rate on top of the $18.50 that was mentioned before. So it could get quite expensive. So be very careful if you're shipping heavy items, because it could cost you really big money. Be aware of it if you are doing free postage, because it may cut really deep into your profit margins and you may actually owe more than the item is worth. So I hope this has helped you guys out today. If you guys have any questions about the Australia Post setup, please let us know. We'll try and do some research for you if we haven't covered it here today, and respond to you as quick as we can. Drop a little comment in if this has been helpful for you guys. Leave us a thumbs up, and we hope to see you next time on Two Aussie Thrifters. Bye for now.